Assalamu alaikum. Hi there, I'm Dr. MD Alamin Saman. I am from Sir and Doctor's English, my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about how to answer the what question when. Can you tell it? How to answer the what questions when? I think if you watch this video with carefulness, it would be very helpful for you and you can understand everything in details. In what way? What is the best way you can answer the what questions when? In this lesson, I'm going to make you clear. Okay? So, watch it. We're going to learn the what questions when, how to answer the what questions when. Let's go. We have what questions when, okay? What questions? You can find out a lot of questions with the what questions when. Maximum time, if you are a student, you can find out after reading through the passages, you can find out a lot of questions. What questions? And among these questions, you can find out one kind of questions which is made of the what questions when. So, we're going to practice, we're going to learn what is the best way to answer the what questions when. Actually, you will be astonished to look at just only 3 rules for answering the what questions when. You are able to answer the what questions when. Okay, so I'm going to read through the rules, 3 techniques, and 3 rules for answering the what questions when. Okay, what questions we have when, and these 3 formulas and these 3 rules for answering. I'm going to read through the rule 1. Here we go. We have 6 prepositions, and you will be amazed, you will be astonished hearing these information that if you only know 6 prepositions, and after 6 prepositions we have must be on the time. Okay, take a look at this rule, and we have in, what, at, during, before, after plus time. I've already told you that we have to know just only 6 prepositions. 6 prepositions in, what, at, during, before, after. And after these 6 prepositions, we have time. If you find out in any sentence, if you look at there is in, or, at, during, before, after plus time, that time you have to think that from that sentence there might be made a what questions with when. So be careful. Okay, we're going to the formula number 2. Okay, adverb of time. Adverb of time. Okay, can you tell the definition of adverb of time? Adverb of time, it is very easy to define adverb of time. Adverb of time is one kind of time. Okay, it is you can find out a lot of English words. By these words you can understand that these words mean time. Okay, if any kind of word means time, that time you have to think that it is one kind of adverb. Okay, a lot of adverbs in English. Among these adverbs, just only a few adverbs I have written. Okay, let me introduce you with these words which are very important for you. Okay, take a look at adverb of time. Here are some adverbs of time. I'm going to read through. Okay, take a look at later, then, tomorrow, today, day after tomorrow, every day, weekly, annually, quarterly, yearly, yesterday, last month, tonight, last week, immediately. Okay, these words are adverb of time. There are a lot of words you can find out from the dictionary, but just I've written a few adverbs of time. Okay, now we have already accounted with this adverb of time. Now we are going to the roles in third number. We have when. When, this is very, very, I think, in a dilemma. You are in dilemma. You may fall in dilemma. When is what questions? But we're looking at that in answering system, we can find out when. How is it possible? Actually, you can find out a lot of sentences. You can find out when is used in the middle of two sentences. That time you have to think that it's a one kind of linkers and it is not a what questions. Okay? So when there is a questions with the what questions when, maybe the answer the what questions with when, and after when we have a sentence of time. So this sentence with when, it might be the answer from the questions when. Okay, in three items, I think in three roles for answering the what questions when, actually you got it now. So now this is the turning point. This is the passes. The passes was brought from the broad passes. I've taken only 5 or 6 sentences to make it clear about this topic. Now how to answer the what questions when. Okay, just I'm reading through these passes, these sentences. You have to take a look at this sentence, and you have to keep in mind that what is the meaning of these passes and what is the passage about. Okay, I'm going to read through every sentences. Take a look at Qazi Nazrul Islam. Qazi Nazrul Islam was born at Chorlia in the district of Burdwan in 1899. Take a look at this sentence. Qazi Nazrul Islam was born at Chorlia in the district of Burdwan in 1899. Okay, I'll follow this sentence. We have time. Okay, which word means time from this sentence? Take a look at. In this sentence, we can find out easily. Take a look at this phrase. This phrase starts with N. N is one kind of preposition. Okay, follow the rule 1. Here we have in, one, at, during, before, after, 6 prepositions. Here and after 6 prepositions, and the rule is calling us that after these 6 prepositions we have to use time, and after, okay, look at after in, there we have 1899, and this represents time. So this person is matching with this role, so it is one kind of time. Maybe the questions from this sentence. Okay, take a look at. He lost his father when he was a child. Okay, actually sometimes before I talked about you that if you find out when in the middle of 2 sentences, it is a linker, it is not a what questions. So in this sentence, take a look at there in the middle of 2 sentences we have when, it is a linker. Okay, it is conjunction, so it is not a what questions. And after when, there is a sentence, he was a child, and he was a child. By this sentence we can understand that it is a sentence of time. So it's a very, very clear to everybody. After when, this remnant is a rule for answering the what questions when. So keep it in mind that from this sentence there might be asked questions with when. So get ready. Next sentence. At the age of 10, take a look at. At the age of 10, he was admitted into a primary school. At the age of 10, take a look at. 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 Among the 6 prepositions, we have at. Now, after at, we have time. Follow this clue and just try to match this sentence and this phrase. After at, we have the age obtained. The age obtained, by this phrase, we can understand that this represents time. That's why this phrase is one kind of time. So, from this sentence, there might be asked questions with when. So be careful. Another sentence. But every day he fled away from the school. But every day he fled away from the school. Okay, follow this sentence. And in this sentence, we can find out a time. Every day is one kind of time, and it is an adverb of time. Take a look at rule 2, adverb of time. Adverb of time, I've already discussed about the adverb of times, and just among these words, take a look at every day is here. So it is one kind of adverb of time, and this is the rule 2. Okay, so every day, this word represents adverb of time. From this sentence, there may be asked questions with the word questions well. So be careful. And during his boyhood, during is one kind of prepositions. You can follow the rule 1. During, and after time, his boyhood. This word represents time. So during his boyhood, this portion is matching with the rule 1. That's why from this sentence there might be asked questions with while. Okay, so be careful. During his boyhood, he was called Dukumia. This portion usually represents time. So be careful. This is the last sentence of this passage. He died on August 29th, 1976 in Dhaka. Okay, here we go. Follow this sentence. In this sentence, we're looking at that after all, this person, August 29th, 1976, this person, by these persons, we can understand that it means time. So, take a look back. In on, here we have on, and after on, time. There in this sentence we have on and after on, August 29th, 1976. This means time. That's why it is matching with this rule 1. So from this sentence there might be asked questions with when. So be careful. You are going to be ready to answer. Okay, I have already finished reading through the passages. Now we're going to be ready to answer these questions and answers. Okay, get ready. This is the next item, questions and answers. How to answer the word questions well. We're going to learn it. Okay, so be careful. And the first question is, when was Qazi Nazrul Islam born? Okay, when was Qazi Nazrul Islam? When was Qazi Nazrul Islam born? Okay, it is not needed to translate these questions. Just follow the technique how to answer these questions without translating. Actually, we're going to answer these questions to copy down from the passage. This is the main fact, and we're going to copy down from the passage. Okay, just try. Okay, here we go. While I'm going to give you more information, this is very, very important. And while answering any kind of questions, from what questions, keep it in mind that firstly we have to find out subject, and where is located subject, where is subject located. We have to know it. You take a look at, follow this sentence. You can easily find out subject. Okay, If you look at in the what questions, there we have two verbs. Take a look at that. We have was and born, two verbs, and in two verbs, in every questions, in two verbs, in the middle of two verbs, this person, I think all the persons must be subject. This is a technique. So while answering the what questions, we have to take a first subject. So here we go. We have subject Qazi Nazrul Islam. So I am writing Qazi Nazrul Islam as a subject. Take a look at Qazi Nazrul Islam. Qazi Nazrul Islam. This is the subject, and after subject we must have to take verb. Okay, here we go. We have verb was and born. This is a sequence, and we have to write down the same portion, same verb. We should not change the verb. Okay, Qazi Nazrul Islam was born. I've already written it. Subject and verb, I've already written it. Now our what question is when. Take a look at these persons. Where is located in the passage? Find out. Okay, here we go. Qazi Nazrul, for the first sentence, Qazi Nazrul Islam was born at Cholia in the district of Bardwan in 1899. Follow this sentence. Actually, in this sentence, I've already written subject as subject Qazi Nazrul Islam and as verb was born. Now, instead of when, we have to take and we have to follow these three rules while answering the what questions when. Actually, it is already known to you how to answer. Instead of when, just only we have to take the time. Instead of when, just only we have to take time. Six prepositions, follow the six prepositions. In the six prepositions we have in, and after time 1899. So these persons must be the answer according to these questions instead of one. So I'm going to write down after subject and verb, we have to write down in 1899. Just this person would be the answer. And this question is demanding only time. So I wrote time. Okay, take a look at this sentence. In this sentence, actually in the district of Bardwan, this person we don't need, because by these persons it doesn't understand, it doesn't mean us time. Okay, so it is finished, it is complete. Now I've already completed it. Okay, now moving on to the number 2. When did he flee away from the school? This is the questions, and this is the turning point. Here we go. While answering the what questions, I've already discussed about this technique. We have to take the subject at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, here we go. We have subject he, and this is verb and a verb, that verb, and this verb and that verb. In these two verbs, we have subject he. So I wrote it. I'm writing it. He. And after that, we have to take verb. Okay, I'm going to share an information that while answering the what questions when, or any kind of questions, if you find out in the questions, there we have do, does, or did. Do, does, or did. If you find out these auxiliary verb, okay, take a look at, follow these questions. After did, what can be done, what should be done, what should be taken. Actually, after did, this portion would be the answer after subject, and it must be the same. there is no change here. So you will not change anything, only verb. And after did, one conditions. If you find out do, does or did in any questions, after do, does, did, the remnant should be written as the answer, as the same. Okay? But there is a condition. If you find out does, after does, if there is a base form, we have to add s or es. And if you find out there is did, after did, while writing the verb, you have to make it past form. Okay? So that's why on condition, I'm going to make this verb as past form. There is flee, this is a present form, and we have to make it fast. And flee, fled. Fled is the past form of flee. That's why he fled, because there we have did. Okay? That's why I made it first form. He fled. Why? From the school. While. Now this is the turning point. This is the word questions. Actually, we know that instead of when, we have to take. We should take this time. Okay? This sentence, where is it located in the passes? We're going there. So take a look at. He fled away from the school. He fled away from the school. This sentence from the question and this sentence from the passes, both are matching. And in this sentence, we are looking at that every day. By this word, this is one kind of adverb of time. Take a look at here we have every day. So it must be the answer. Just at the end of this sentence, we can add just every day. Every day. Every day. This is the answer instead of when. It's clear. Okay? When did he flee away from the school? I'm going to tell the answer. He fled away from the school every day. This is the answer. It's a bit clear. And I applied the rule to adverb of time. By using adverb of time, I answered these questions. Okay. Now, I'm going to the number 3. When did he lose his father? Okay, I follow these questions. Here we go. There is did. So we have to take after did. This person must be the same, except the verb changing. Okay. So according to the did, we have to change this verb. This base form must be the past form. So I'm writing this. He lost. He lost. Lose is the base form and present form, and lost is the past form. And I took past form because there is did. Did denotes I have to take past form. Okay? He lost his father. He lost his father when? He lost his father when? When? Okay, take a look back in the passes. We're going back to the passes. Here we go. Where is this sentence located? Find out it. Okay, here we go. This is the second. He lost his father. He lost his father. It is matching. There is no change. And after this sentence, we have when he was a child. Okay, by this portion, we can understand that it means time, and it means the answer of when. In third number rule, we have when plus a sentence of time. Okay, does it match it? Okay, here we go. When he was a child. When he was a child, a sentence of time. That's why after this portion, we have to add when he was a child. When he was a child, it is the answer of these word questions. Okay, so I'm going to write this portion when he was a child. Finished. Actually, now I am reading to these questions. When did he lose his father? In answer, I'm telling this, he lost his father when he was a child. It's clear. Do you have any problem? I think you don't have any problem. Is there any confusion? No. Now, in 4 number, we have, when was he called Dukumia? Actually, there we have 2 verbs, was and called. So, in the middle of 2 verbs, we have he, it is subject. So, at the beginning of this sentence, at the starting point, we have to write down subject. So, I wrote it. He, after that, was called Dukumia. This person must be the same. There will not be any change. Okay, he was called Dukumia. Okay, actually, keep it in mind that 70% answer exist in every questions. So just copy down from the questions. It can be helpful for you. So follow the technique. He was called Dukumia. This sentence I have just written and copied down from these what questions. And this is the what questions 1. Now, where is it located, this line, this sentence? Take a look at. During his boyhood, he was called Dukumia. For this sentence, here we go. We have during, plus time, his boyhood. So, it is matching with our rule. That's why I'm going to add, after this sentence, just this portion instead of 1. And this is one kind of time. During his boyhood. It's been clear. I hope there is no confusion here. It's very, very easy. Just follow the technique. Here we go. In number 5, we have, when did he die? When did he die? Okay, here we have did. I have already talked it about how to answer this. In number 2 and in number 3, we have did, auxiliary verb. What we have done? We have already known it. So after did, this person should be written here. That's why I'm writing this. He die must be past form, because here we have did. Did denotes, we have to write down the past form. So he died. He died when? Okay, this is the last sentence of the passage. He died on. It is matching. Oh my God, it is matching, fully matching. Here we have, on August 29th, 1976, this portion, this phrase means it is one kind of time, and it should be written while answering the what questions when. So follow these questions. Here we have when, and he died, it is matching. That's why instead of when, we have to take just time. And after all, until 1976, this portion I'm going to write down at the ending of this sentence. On August 29th, 1976. Actually, follow this sentence. At the ending of this sentence, there we have in Dhaka. In Dhaka is not needed here because it is demanding only time. So I have written only time at the ending of this sentence, and our answer is done. And it's been clear. Okay? I really hope you are really enjoying this video and you have enjoyed it. Take a look at all things I have talked you about how to answer the what questions when, and I have given you 3 rules for answering from today. And watch this video every time and take the techniques one. Okay, so how do you feel now, and how have you enjoyed by watching this video? Let me know in the comments. I am eagerly waiting for your prompt reply. Stay with me, stay with my YouTube channel. I'll be back again with another topic. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.